you say? You saying otherwise? I guess you're saying otherwise. But that's okay. We just gonna do what we do over here on YouTube, and we just gonna keep it 100, keep the buck going and on, and make sure we tight as huggies. All right, let's get it. What's up, everybody? You know, it is your boy Beyoness Trading Room. Gonna get this show on the road. It is Wednesday, and you know, on Wednesday, what we do is look at the exponential moving averages and make sense, bring logic to them when we are actually looking at the market. So a lot of people who use the scanner, they say, I'm getting alerts, I'm getting the buy, I'm getting the sell, and when do I take it? When should I get in? That is what Wednesday is for. So we come live on Wednesday, look at the charts briefly, but we do get into real heavy detail on how you read the EMAs and what they should look like before you actually pull the trigger on a trade. Just because you got the alert doesn't necessarily mean, hey, it's always time to make money. So let's jump right into it. Right, so y'all ready? Let's keep going. So let's get the show. You can't do it with the music. You gotta cut the music off. We need to study. I know we need to study. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right. So last week we covered all five of them. Last week was the actual master class. We did the entire master class of all five of the EMAs, all of the exponential moving averages, and all the colors from the red to the yellow to the white to the aqua to the blue. We covered them all. So if you missed last week's master class, you definitely want to go back into the series and start from there, because you know we're going to break down each one of them. How do you use each one of these EMAs when you are entering a trade, when you're looking at the market, and how to do it without emotion so that you can be profitable. And a lot of us who got in the trade, let's face it, we're emotionally attached to money. So when you're entering a trade, you want to remove as much emotion as possible, and that's what these EMAs are going to do and teach you how to do. So first, let's talk about the red, the ignition, spotting the spark. Welcome, guys. That was my brief intro. Welcome to the Beyoness Trading series. This is week number 2. We're diving into the art of identifying early market opportunities before they become obvious to everybody else. Wait a minute, what are you talking? That's a big claim. Here, ignition is about precision. It's about patience and recognizing the spark that ignites specific and significant moves in your particular pair. Doesn't care what pair you're looking at, this will work for you. How do you spot the surge before? How do you spark the spark before the surge? Every powerful market move begins with one single movement, a spark that precedes the surge. Ignition helps you identify this critical moment before the crowd catches on. This isn't about chasing momentum after it's already established. It's about developing the skill to recognize opportunity at its earliest stage, giving you the edge that separates reactive traders from strategic ones. So throughout this week, you're going to learn how to distinguish between false signals and genuine sparks of opportunity. The objective is clear. Teach yourself to identify early opportunities with confidence, not chase after confirmation when it's too late. What is ignition? I've heard of EMAs, I heard of exponential moving averages, but you putting a name to them? What is ignition? Let's understand the signal? How are we understanding the signal when you get this buy or sell alert? See, ignition represents the first sign of market energy, the earliest indication that something significant may, keyword may, be developing. When ignition crosses momentum, it signals a potential new trend forming, like the first spark before flame takes hold. See, this is where precision and patience meet. We don't react impulsively to every flicker, like every time you get that buy alert, that sell alert. No, instead, we train ourselves to recognize the difference between noise and genuine opportunity. If you're taking notes, understand these three pillars of recognition. Observe the scanners and the EMAs without assumption. Don't assume anything. Confirm it before you commit to it. And then align with broader market flow. What's broader market flow? Those are the other EMAs, and we'll touch on those as long as you stay in tune. Watch for the ignition, that's the red line, crossing momentum, which is the yellow line. This crossover represents the critical moment when potential energy begins converting into kinetic market movement. So, how do you read ignition in real time? Like, can you pull up and show us in real time? So, you want to wait for confirmation. I'll show you. We'll pull up TradingView. Watch for ignition to cross momentum after candles close. So you see this, this is a pre-buy, not even a confirmed buy. Late to the candle close, into the trade, and you see what happened. Never act on incomplete information or mid-candle crosses. Don't do anything while this candle is still active. It hasn't been confirmed. Avoid pre-entry guessing. The crossover, this red and this yellow crossover, must be confirmed before you consider entry. It's cross, yes, let it breathe. See, it's breathing? Let it breathe. Now we're entering the trade. Anticipation without confirmation is speculation. And that's not a strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Check for alignment. The strongest signals happen when ignition, momentum, and flow are aligned. All three indicators working together create high probability setups. This is what I'm showing you on the screen. This isn't even a high probability setup because this is a pre-buy. It's not even confirmed. Wow, so why did you show me that? See, this is an example of ignition crossover with the flow confirmation. The aqua flow, see this aqua? Let me show you. Can I show you in real time? Let me show you in real time. So what we're looking at now, this is gold on the 15-minute chart. Now, if you're looking at gold on the 15-minute chart with the naked eye, would you know when would be the best opportunity to get into a buy or get into a sell with the naked eye? Most people would not risk their capital on the naked eye. They would have to do a lot of research, a lot of charting, marking up the chart, looking what happened in the past before just saying, hey, I'm going to buy or sell here. But when you have the edge, what the edge shows is the moving averages, and there's 5 different moving averages that tells you, hey, buy and sell. So right now, with us looking at, you might see 4. Where's the fifth? The fifth we call the wealth line. It's all the way at the bottom. So we know that we are in a bullish market looking at our EMAs. If I cut it off, if I cut them off, we are just looking at the chart naked eye. With the exponential moving averages, they tell us a story. This rhythm is telling us with all five of the moving averages in a row like this is nothing but a positive bull run. Now, for deep into the class discussions, what do you do when the market, when your candle hit this right here? That's for a different state, but yeah, you can eat off of this on the way up because that's it tells us a story. So with the EMAs, you see how all of them are so close together. It says buy, but they're so close together. There's no breathing room. So what do? We waited. It says buy. There's no breathing room. We're waiting. It says buy. There's no breathing room. We're waiting. At this point, we're still waiting for the separation in the candles. We got it again. We got it today, and at 2 o'clock today, it started to breathe. So we watched, and on this candle, it gave us separation. At what this point, what did we do? Set a bull, a buy position, and took the market up. So let me go to, and I'm going to show you emotion versus actually this is an emotion trade, me trying to do something else outside of what the market told me to do. When the market tells me to get into the trade, I get into the trade like it's supposed to. And those are the results of getting into the trade when you are using all five EMAs to your advantage. That is what you, that's how you read ignition. And that's real time what I was sharing with you. Now, common mistake. Okay, you have the scanners, you have the scanners on your TradingView account, and man, you see all those buys that you saw previously. Those are flickers. Overreacting to flickers. Not every spark starts a fire. One of the most costly mistakes is in trading is entering too early before proper confirmation. And the excitement of spotting a potential crossover can tempt you to jump in prematurely. But this eagerness often leads to unnecessary losses. I'm going to give you a challenge for the week. This is just a mini challenge. You want to find your three sparks. Okay, what's your task? Everybody has their own personal task. What's yours? Identify three ignition crossovers this week across different time frames or instruments. You can use the same pair, but just different time frames, and document each one with screenshots. Like, for example, this is the 15-minute time frame. Stop. And I know that I had said it, and that there was anyone who was with me when I said when it came down here, it bounced off of this and it's going to go back up. How do you know that? How can you tell what the market going to do? I'm not telling you what the market is going to do. There's a symphony being played. It's an orchestra, and I just ride the rhythm of the orchestra. You know, gold has been riding the rhythm for a while. Why would I look for shorts when the symphony is bouncing off? Well, anyway, I digress. So that's the 15-minute chart. Say, well, I don't want to be as risky. Can you do it on the 1 hour chart? And yes, you can also do it on the 1 hour chart. Here is the confirmed buy on the 1 hour chart. You have no separation. So you got the alert, ding, 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 and you're looking and you're like, but hey, the red is not even far away from the yellow at all. So you sit on your hands, and that's a flicker. And then you got this confirmed by, and you're like, oh man, it's just sitting on his hands. So this is an hour chart. So each candle takes an hour. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours later, which is still today. Like I got in it around 2ish, but this one started separating around 3, 4. That's when it started separating. So you at that point say, oh, let me go ahead and set up my long to get in for the buy based on the symphony that's playing. The symphony, it's doing the same thing. Well, let me get back to the training. We do that on live market analysis on Sunday. So let us get back to the training. I'm just giving you the challenge for the week. So find 3 sparks. That was the hour time frame, the 15-minute time frame, and you can do any particular pair as long as you're using the EMAs. Now, post one chart with your detailed reasoning inside the Beyoness Trading Room community and explain what you saw and why it qualified as a valid signal. And then use the hashtag ignition challenge. When you're sharing your analysis within the community, learn from others' observations and their perspectives. Place yours, look at theirs, leave comments, share, and like. This challenge isn't just about finding crossovers, guys. It's about training your eye to distinguish quality signals from noise. Each chart you analyze strengthens your pattern recognition and builds the intuition that separates consistently profitable traders from those who struggle. Say this out loud with me, guys. This is our reflection time. Preparation turns sparks into breakthroughs. Let's say that again. Preparation turns sparks into breakthroughs. How did you feel waiting for confirmation? Not just jumping into the trade off of emotion, but waiting for confirmation. Reflect on the emotions that arose when you resisted the urge to let's get in now. Was there anxiety, impatience, or perhaps growing confidence as you watch your discipline pay off? And everyone should have a trading journal and journal your emotional journey, not just the trades that you take, but note the difference between your emotional state before confirmation versus after. This awareness is the foundation of trading psychology mastery. The more conscious you become of your patterns, the more control you gain. So, next week, preview for next week, we move from spotting the spark, which is the red EMA, to riding the strength with momentum, which is our yellow EMA or gold EMA. You learn how to confirm that the spark you identified has transformed into sustainable movement worth trading. Stick around, guys. What do we have next? What we got? Friday. Oh man, if you guys can get this thing down, you will be absolutely unstoppable. Just because it flickers doesn't necessarily spark the flame. Wait for momentum. Wait for momentum. And man, I tell you, momentum will take you to places where, yeah, you always wanted to go. People were like, you definitely got to have your vision. You keep your vision in front of you. You have a vision behind you, a vision in front of you. Create a vision environment. The things that are your future, that you project for your future, make an agreement with yourself that they will be tangible. That's one of your agreements. Make sure that that is one of your agreements. Like, let me not get to, which what did it say? It says stop wondering and get your bread up. Stop tripping. So yeah, stop wondering and get your bread up. And you guys were asking about the community. The community, yeah, beyonce.com. How do I get it? It's there. There it is. I gotta follow it. There we go. That right there. Follow that. Beyonce.com /wealth pass. That gets you access to the community. It's only $7 a month, but it's free for the first 7 days. Just come into the community, put your snapshots up there. Go into the YouTube channel. Definitely make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get all of the playlists, everything that we're doing back there. It's going to help you tremendously as you go upon your trading journey. Look forward to seeing you guys Friday. This Friday, we're going to chop it up and look back over the week, have some fun. We'll have the live market analysis again on Sunday, Mindset Monday on Monday. We have the EMA training, the exponential market analysis, the Beyoness system here on Wednesday live. And then Friday, we do a fun day, Friday recap. So yeah, it's your boy Beyoness Royale. Look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. Until then, man, have an amazing, super duper fabulous day, weekend, evening, all that good stuff. Plan your future because it's yours. Right? Nobody else has control of your future. Later. Go out there, do not your best, exceed.